Hello. So today I wish I could report a success on this thing, even off camera, but no. So what I have to sorry, my voice is messed up there. I don't really know my sinus or anything. I don't know. Anyways, I bought this Ace Padlock the other day. I was really just supposed to be doing a recon mission, and instead I wound up doing a look at this. Set this clock down. It can be in the video. I don't know if that screen can be seen there. Anyways, the countdown. I don't know if you can see the whole. Well, it wind up dropping the phone. Anyways, I wanted to tell anybody that goes through this process. I don't know if everybody attacks a problem the same way I do, but I'm persistent. I sat there and I arranged all of my picks and stuff into two different categories and broke them down, since don't have to carry it in one case. I broke it down into the hooks and waves on one side, and that would include like the Peterson set, which I've got in my hand. And then on the other side, I broke it down to all the hooks that I have from the various sets and stuff like that. And I proceeded to try as many different variations of single pin picking and wave raking and everything else. I'm persistent, and I'm also try to be scientific and methodical, so I marked the core to look for any movement, because I couldn't tell if I was even getting a false set on that. And then I would try various things. Some things I won't mention, but other ones are like a bump key. I actually found one that would fit the keyway, and I messed with that for quite a while. The problem is I didn't check it against the original key, and I probably would have never had any success. But this looks like it's for like a 4-pin, maybe a master lock or something, but look at that. Unless I modify this bump key by cutting this shoulder off, I don't think I'm ever going to hit that last pin, no matter how hard I hit. I'm scientific, but I'm not necessarily the smartest person in the world all the time, but live and learn. There's an automatic way with bump keys also, where you can, I found these while I was walking around. It's basically an electrical rubber grommet. I put it on that. Well, this thing, now I already know that it's too short anyway, no matter what I do. But I put it in like this and whacked on it for quite a while with my improvised pick handle. See, this was actually a pretty good file. I left it in the Jeep. And this is Texas. This is not a desert. So, of course, it's going to corrode. Anyways, no success this way, so I took my X-Acto knife. Fortunately, I didn't kill myself or stab myself doing this, and I cut it in half, thinking, okay, I need closer space. That's why, after doing that for a while and figuring out I didn't know how to do anything, I wanted to tell people also that, I'm sure people run through this. They've run into various different ways where you're dogmatic. You say, you know what? If a key can open up this stupid thing, I should be able to. If there's a way to get into this using something that'll simulate that shape, I should be able to do it. Now, the problem I've been running into is it's the physical size of the warding here. I mean, the whole key. I mean, if you look at it, it's the same size as this one, but this keyway over here is much bigger, and they're both brass. This one is a Brinks lock, so it's easy to open. But I tried snap gun. I tried bumping it. I tried all my different ones. And, you reach a point where either your hand cramps up or whatever, and you start to doubt, whether or not maybe you lost the skill to open up a lock, or the ability, that maybe you were just dreaming that you liked lock picking and that you've gotten good at it or whatever, or you thought you got good at it, and that you could get any lock. I knew I couldn't open up any lock, but I knew that if one technique should work on one small keyway, one type of lock, you should be able to do that on any lock. This one's 5 pins. This one's got security pins in it and stuff. This one's just heavier, I'm not intimidated by size. If it's big, and it says, hey, or the rating. Ooh, I'm high security. I'm tough under fire. I'm big, I'm not afraid of those things. Whoops. I am afraid of dropping a pick and losing it, which I just did, but hey. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. So I'm persistent, in a lot of this stuff, and I just, I'm going to either manufacture my own pick, like I did on this one out of windshield wiper blade, I might try something like that on it. I'll try different techniques, I tried zipping on this thing. It's really going to probably require single pin picking. I mean, it's been very successful at defeating me. I don't want this to go too long, but I was just trying to beat up on a master lock here, which I know opens up with the Bogota. Ooh, and it opens up with the flame also. So, I mean, you can sit there and open up an easy and open lock, or one that's big or whatever that's similar to it, just to reassure yourself that, yeah, you can't open up every lock in the world. That's just physically impossible. And if you do get one that you haven't, you can't open, don't get discouraged. I also did other things like took my mind completely off locks, watched a movie, played some video games, shot a bunch of people up and against robots, playing combat, things like that. Because you can get stressed out doing it. I mean, I had started attacking this lock after the end of a very long week of 12-hour shifts and extreme stress. So anyways, I don't want to make this too long. I also looked into adding movies together, intros and stuff, and I'd like to do that, but so far all I can figure out, I haven't figured out a way to join them yet. I know it's an app, but I don't know which one or how to do it. Anyways, I'm learning it's related to locks. I hope to report a success, just like that on this thing. But for right now, I think it's a good investment for the money, because, I mean, I spent like $17 on this thing. And if I'd have been able to open it like this one, yeah, it'd be a little novelty, like, look, or part of a collection. Oh, this is the biggest one they make. Oh. But it wouldn't be anything other significant in lock picking in my terms, because now if I had a naughty bucket, I never had one before, all these locks you can see in front of you. I mean, admittedly this one, is a Chinese lock and it's easy, but look, tension tool, it's a practice lock. But look, I can open it with a tension tool. So that's an accident, because this thing came loose in shipping, and me being more of a lock picker than a lock maker, when I put it back together, I put the pointy ends down, making this pretty easy. And I set it up so it, lined up, and it should be like staggered. Anyways, we're getting beside the point. The main thing is don't give up on what you're doing, and don't get, excuse me, don't give this, don't give away a lock. Create yourself a naughty bucket like Bosnian Bill and all these other people do, and keep going back to this one. This morning, I'd like to capture something on video, but this morning I attacked this lock for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours at a time, and then I would jump over and attack something easy. Anyways, look, time is slipping. Time is slipping away. Crash. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a good time. I'm not discouraged, Like I said, I have a scientific, dogmatic approach to a lot of this crap. I'll figure this out eventually, with or without help from people, but, that's just the way it goes. You either learn something or you get discouraged. If you're really discouraged, really, lockpicking is not for you, because even though all these locks are easier for me, believe me, at one time, one of these things really would have been like maximum security to me. If I'd had a pick in my hand, I wouldn't have been able to open it, because I wouldn't have known how. Practice, practice, practice. Alright, I've already gone too long. It's going to take 200 years to upload this video.